You guys know this month we are dealing with human states of consciousness, human emotions, human reactions, and we started the month dealing with anger. Remember we talked about how anger is a state of consciousness where we're feeling like our needs aren't being met, and our will gets involved, and that if we can turn our energy to God and let that beautiful light of God move through us where we know our needs are going to be met, and we can let our will be enhanced and lifted into a higher will, then we can flow into that state of knowing and kind of bypass that anger and conflict that we tend to move into with one another and with life. So I know you all had an opportunity this week to exercise this newfound skill. How'd we do?
Not good.
Well, you know, we live in a loving, supportive universe. For those of you who did not feel you succeeded well, you get another opportunity. And remember, the teachings of Jesus Christ, it's God is within and the rest is human behavior. Act like you're a child of God. Flow with that infinite love. Love your brothers and sisters, you know. So we do need to pause every now and then and take a look at what's going on within and how we're taking our light out into the world. So today we're going to talk about why the pain. Have you all felt pain in your life?
Yes.
Rich is going to be our cheerleader this morning. All right. And, you know, we live in this beautiful world, and the Father brings you anything you need. You know, Jesus said, open your heart. You know, go back to the Sermon on the Mount. Everything was about be gentle, be kind, you'll be taken care of. Love, love, love. And why is it so difficult? You know, why do we have these moments of such challenges? There, according to most scholars, there are basically two elements of life. One is pleasure and one is pain. So everything they say boils down to a pursuit of pleasure or an experience of pain. And I can accept that. And when you look at pleasure allows life force to move, pain interrupts it. Pain is the presence of an interruption of the life force in your body, in your life, in your world. It's a signal that something is not flowing. And if we look at it that way, it becomes very informative, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Something is not flowing in my world. So, when we have pains or hurts and we don't deal with them and we think we've conquered it because we've put it aside and we don't deal with it, you know, and every one of us, because we're human and we've walked in this world and we have varying degrees of pain and discomfort, we have set aside for a later date all sorts of pockets of pain. And we think that we're not dealing with it. But the reality is it is creating a block in the energy field of your body. Something is not flowing in that area. So it's blocked energy. So if we think pleasure flow, pain block. And pleasure meaning joy, the joyful things, the things that brighten and fill your soul. So, from the stubbed toe to the hurt feelings, these are signals that something's not working. Wouldn't it be really simple if we could start thinking about it that way? So, what causes this interruption in the first place? What is this interruption about? And Spirit said, pain occurs when my intention does not match my manifestations. This is one level. When what I intend to do does not appear to be what's coming back at me. And for me, I always go through what's going on here? How did this happen? I don't understand. I feel bad about myself. Did I make a mistake? What went wrong? And I know I'm probably the only one that does that. Yeah. What happened here? And I'll give you a very small example to give us two pieces of our puzzle here. So, as a little girl, my grandmother taught me how to bake a cake. So I thought, oh, this is magic. I'm bringing joyful sweetness into my life. I'm so happy. So as I grew through my years, when I needed to be comforted, I would bake a cake, make some cookies, go make something, bring some sweetness into my world. Now, as an adult, seeking to live a gluten-free life and sugar-free, my great intention of needing to be comforted, I would go into the kitchen and take these beautiful recipes that work under normal conditions and create my creation. And the first few times I did it, it was, what's wrong? Why did this become such a disaster? And, you know, you think, I don't understand. Have I failed? Have I lost my touch? Can I not comfort myself? And you go through all these things. And I will tell you, even the sugar-free Jell-O, you know, sugar-free Jell-O, a little sweetness. On the box it says does not congeal with soy milk. It doesn't say anything about almond milk. Of course we'll try almond milk. No, it doesn't work. So my whole kitchen experience has been increasingly greater and greater senses of my great intention not matching my manifestation. At one level in my journey, I came to the realization I totally honor that the kitchen is a chemical experience. There are chemical reactions going on with everything.
Yes.
And those ideas I have no concept of. So I became quite content with myself that I am content in not understanding that level of expertise. But it still does not make me stop going in and trying to make stevia work in a recipe that calls for sugar. It doesn't work either. So, in the beginning, the intention did not match the manifestation. And everything gets thrown out, by the way. Now, I accept that my intention plus my lack of knowledge may end up in an interesting manifestation. But I don't seek to comfort myself with the end result any longer. I comfort myself with the stirring in the experience. So I shift a little bit so that I'm not disappointed. Now that's such a silly example, isn't it? Just a silly, silly, silly example. But the reality is you'd be surprised at how much pain comes from not understanding how your original intention ended up looking the way it looks. Just not understanding that. So, there are times we're doing good and something else shows up and we just stop in our tracks and we really, really question who we are and question our ability to create and to experience. When we don't understand and we sit in that misunderstanding, you will create pain in your world. You absolutely will create pain. Do you understand? And a lot of us have this little thing that we do. If we got hurt in any situation, we make it this beautiful, divine, corporate decision that we will never do that again. Because we're never going to be hurt again. And then we set the pocket up, and it begins to beacon out, and the energy is blocked. Do you see? We can't avoid dealing with these things that we're creating. We're really just holding the hurt. And we're doing this just to make sure that we don't experience it, and that puts us in the position of attaching to that which we do not want. When you attach to something that you don't understand, you ensure that the pain is forever until the healing occurs. And how often do we attach to things? A, that we don't understand from the get-go, or B, we attach to something that served us really, really well, and doesn't serve us anymore, but we can't let it go. You know, it once was a great ride. Now it's kind of done, but we can't let go of it. And we attach. The minute you attach, you block the energy. The minute you block the energy, you experience pain, a lack of flow. Y'all following? Okay. So, one of the things Spirit said was what we've created and our spirit are no longer in harmony, that creates our pain as well. So, we've got the misunderstanding and we've got the attachment. All right. We are designed to move in forward motion, and any area that has been interrupted will not go forward. You can try to push through the pain, but you're not going to go forward. You just can't, because the energy is not flowing for you. So I wanted to share with you just a wee understanding that I got not too long ago. Personal story. Some of you have heard the long version. I shall make it the small version. So, Cindy's life. Patrick and I are here most days doing sessions. We do healings and Reiki and counselings and readings and all manner of healing work. We do a seminary program Saturday morning. I work on it all week long. Sunday services, Tuesday nights, newsletter. In addition to all of this spiritual work, we also work with Bonnie, our office manager, talking with her about the flow of money, the grand admin design of things, and also special projects. So sometimes my energy gets so big. It's so big. It's into so many things. Are y'all following me? So that was my life last year. It was so big. I was in so many things. And my whole MO is not to harm anybody. I mean, I send Reiki to myself every morning that I hurt and harm no man, including myself. That's my prime directive, to cause no pain. I want to love. And so I had an experience coming to the fall around November where it came to my attention that I had hurt somebody, much to my surprise. And I was devastated because it is the antithesis of what my intention is. So again, we have this great intention of being so fabulous and wonderful, and now something shows up totally unlike what the intention was. So immediately I went through that checklist. What have I done wrong? What am I doing? What's wrong with me? Where did I screw up? Oh my God, mistake, mistake, mistake. And started to dissect myself. And in the process, I decided that, oh my God, I am not trustworthy any longer. I must pull my energy back because I might make mistakes there or there or there, because I'm in so many things, right? So I'm pulling my energy back from those people and those people, even my students. My students have great expectations of. It's the only people in the world I have great expectations of because they're my students. The rest of y'all can come and go. I don't do a checklist and see how you play with your lives. But my students have homework and this and that. And so I'm even letting them go, it's okay, I don't care anymore. Oh my God, I'm going to hurt you. Pulling all my energy back because I don't trust myself anymore. And so I'm pulling my energy back. I'm trying so hard to correct whatever has happened that had caused me to hurt one person. Because if I hurt one person, who knows how many other people I hurt that haven't yelled yet, you know? So I'm really trying to do my due diligence. Do you see the pain? Do you see the pain? So we're on our 2-mile walk in the morning. I hit that beautiful magnolia seed. I hit the ground. I twist my ankle completely, and I ended up, fracturing my ankle. And so we're in the middle of the walk, and I'm lying on the ground on the pavement, in the middle of trying to do all this healing, right? And Patrick had to go get the car to come and get me because I couldn't walk. And he put me in the car, and I started crying because I was in physical pain. It hurt very badly. And I said, I can't believe this, Patrick. I am trying so hard to be good. I am pulling all my energy back. I'm letting everybody be who they need to be so I don't hurt them. I'm trying so hard to be good. And I'm crying because it hurt. And he looked at me and he said, Cindy, you're doing it backwards, girl. You don't need to be pulling your energy back. You need to be claiming your space. You need to claim your space in love and declare who you are because you have let one voice take you off your path. And I went, yeah, he's right. So I said in the car in that moment, I claim my space in love. I claim my space in love. I claim my space in love. And it stopped hurting instantly. There was no more pain for the rest of the healing process, unless I put pressure on it, because it had cracked and was severely hurt. But to have no pressure on it, there was no pain at all. And we went to emergency. Are you hurting? Are you hurting? No, no pain. I just can't stand on it. And no one, here's pain pills. Take some pain pills. No, I'm good. I just can't stand on it, But it was the most miraculous interruption of a pain sequence that I've ever experienced. Because I got understanding. I was living in a state of not understanding, and I couldn't find the answer. Why? And I got understanding for me. And the second half of the little equation is, remember, the kitchen is full of chemicals. People's lives are full of complexities. I may never know what was going on in that individual that I hurt. I may never know. But I had to come to peace with knowing that I had done all I can to heal it. I'd reached out, done the due diligence that I know to do. Forgive, please forgive, apologies. I'd done everything. I offered my soul on a platter the moment I realized I'd hurt them. But it was not to be received. So, accepting the understanding that there are things I cannot know, but accepting the understanding that I can know about my own journey. Do you see? How much of our pain comes from that idea that we are confused. And when we are confused, we doubt. And when we doubt, we get off our track and off our path to God. You know, when Jesus Christ came, when he came to the earth, what did he do? Were they not in pain? I mean, they were under Roman jurisdiction. The Jewish law was burdensome to the people. You know, all the laws were tremendously difficult. And they weren't fair. They were not fair. You know, that's why he said, settle your differences with your brother outside of court, because once you get to court, both of you are going to lose everything. No one's going to win in that. You know, it was a difficult situation. And he brought to them a vision of understanding. Why? Not necessarily why what was happening, but how they could move into a new space. A clarity of, yes, you're in the situation, but if you look at your spirit, it'll look different. If you look at God, it'll look different. If you stop looking at the rules, what mankind is telling you to do, and start looking at God in your heart, it'll look different. And then you can have an understanding of who you are, instead of trying to understand why they're doing what they're doing. Does this make sense? And the people who heard, the people who followed, why do you think they followed? You know, the standard Christian theology takes the idea of salvation, you know, that his death, burial, resurrection, and ascension created salvation for mankind. But let's look at the people who followed him in that moment. He's their teacher. And they're following him with an open heart. Not because they know anything's going to happen, not because they're going to have this belief down the road, but because in that moment, this man, this teacher, is opening understanding and wisdom to them to get them out of their pain. He's creating physical healings. He's talking to their hearts, and he's showing them an understanding of who they are. Do you see? Mm-hmm. To get them out of their pain. And you know they followed. They followed. And I know in the Aramaic world, exaggeration is one of their keys, so there may not have been 5,000 plus women and children at the one service where he multiplied the fish, but there were a bunch of people. That's a way of saying there was a lot of people. You know, there were a lot that followed him. And they didn't follow him for the other idea. They followed him because in that moment, he was taking their hearts to a greater understanding and a greater reality of God. So if we go back to the original two things that Spirit gave, when our spirit is out of harmony with what we've created, we will be in pain. There's blocked energy. When my expectations and my manifest are different, there's blocked energy. Anytime we look at the pain in our world as something within us that has blocked, Spirit cannot flow. And if we look to God as our Creator and Father, our Mother, all that we are, what is that but flow? When God flows through you, it's just the epitome of flow. So, the clear vision, the clear line. Jesus brought clarity to us with no pain. And you know, the New Testament's full of suffering. But Jesus' teachings are not. And the reason they're asking for suffering is they're asking people to hold on through some very difficult times. with the teachings of the Christ are not. They are love, they are peace, they are brotherhood. Love, peace, and brotherhood. Prosperity, joy. That is the way of the kingdom of God. So, when we look at the clarity that He brought, and we look at clarity in our world, clarity really isn't not all knowing, but it's knowing that you can see what you need to see to let the energy flow through you. It's not all knowing everyone's issues, but it's knowing that you can see what you need to see so you can open the flow. How do you feel with this? Does this make sense?
Yes.
All right, let's just take a moment to go within and we'll anchor this. And take a breath. And just imagine a beautiful column of light coming over you. And feel that beautiful light filled with a sense of God's love. And as that light is over you, you are held in your own sacred space. Totally unaware of the person next to you or behind you or in front of you. Just in your space. And God, our Father, our Mother, we ask that you touch each heart. I ask that your love just begin to move deep within every spirit. And allow your focus just to go within to your heart. The Father is within. Imagine your consciousness, your vision can go into the heart center. And feel that beautiful love of Creator with you. And I want you to feel the flow of God's love is unhindered. It is not needed to you, it is not measured. All that you can carry, all that you can take in comes to you. It flows abundantly around you. Breathe in what you can. And I want you to allow yourself to see a vision in your world, just like a little screen opens. And I want you to begin to see an area of your life where you have allowed the pain to block your forward motion. Whatever vision comes is appropriate. Just let yourself see. And just notice you standing there. Look in your own eyes. Look at the emotion that you hold as you stand in the blocked energy. For some it's sad, forlorn perhaps. Some may be angry. Some no emotion at all. But you can feel and see the energy blocked in your heart and your body. And as you look at this vision, there may not be understanding in the moment. But you can clearly see the energy is blocked. And I want you to send a beautiful thought to yourself in the vision. A very simple thought. Love is all there is, and I choose forward motion. Love is all there is, and I choose forward motion. And as you send that thought to the vision, just watch and see. See if it frees up a bit, this energy. See if there is a breath of life moving into the vision. Love is all there is, and I choose forward motion. And regardless of how the vision has responded, consciously now you can ask for the help of our Creator. Father, Mother God, I ask that your love now move through this area of my life. I ask for divine intervention. I invoke the law of grace, grace, to soften the effects of anything I might have done. Wisdom to move through, to heal this. And God, I ask that your love divinely move now within my life so I can be free. And just watch as the light moves through the vision. Feel it moving through your body. And let the vision go. Let your focus just come to the beautiful energy of your own heart. And feel your heart just expanding. I choose love. And I choose forward motion. And I am at peace with the world around me. Feel the energy growing strong. Send your gratitude to God. God, our Father, our Mother, we love you so, we love you so, we love you so. We thank you for this beautiful opportunity to walk on the earth plane. And we thank you that we can now move forward with this beautiful light of the Christ. Breathe and let your focus come back to your body. Feel yourself sitting on your chair. Feel that beautiful column of light around you. And know that you are eternally safe in the loving heart of God. When you're ready, breathe. And you can gently open your eyes. How do you feel? I would invite you to take that affirmation with you this week, just knowing there is only love and that you are choosing forward motion. And if you hit something that causes you pain, even if it's your finger with a hammer, there is only love, and I'm calling forth forward motion. And I, myself, am making a change. You know, I said I send myself Reiki every morning so that I hurt or harm no man. Those words are no longer on my list. I shall send myself Reiki every morning that I am love to all men. Simple shift of view will change my world. Everybody say, Yeka.